Kim Kardashian has allowed her daughter to transform into this creature at age 12. Is this how a 12-year-old should look? What the hell? This is a child. This is what happens when you have stupid parents that don't know what they're doing with no barriers or boundaries and letting her act like this. This is absolutely ridiculous. And then people get mad at Ye, saying, oh, bro, he crashing out. Oh, nigga, I'd crash out too if this shit was happening to my kid.
Hey everybody, I just got off the phone with Kim. I told her to stop antagonizing me with this TikTok thing. I said it's never again. I am her father. I know y'all don't respect fathers and the idea of family, and media tries to promote something. I said I'm not allowing my daughter to be used by TikTok, to be used by Disney. I have a say-so. And then when people say, oh, they're going to use this for you in court, I didn't have a say-so on whether or not they went to Sierra Canyon. Most men do not, there's no such thing as 50-50 custody in society today. That's not even, it always leans towards the mom. But right now, and I'm happy that you guys got to see just a small piece of what I dealt with. You understand what I'm saying?
Get the fuck out! Get the fuck out! Get the fuck out!
Don't touch him,
If you think that it's more offensive for a guy to dress up in an SS uniform than it is for somebody to dress up as the devil or any other demonic entity, you've got it all wrong. You've fallen for the propaganda hook, line, and sinker. And it just goes to show that the average standard of secular morality is just falling in line with Hollywood propaganda. Think about it. Since you were born, every single year almost, they put out these propaganda movies where they make it out to be that the ultimate form of evil were the Germans around World War II. Am I wrong? Not to mention, you almost never hear about events like the Holodomor out of Hollywood, where millions of Christians were murdered at the hands of the Bolsheviks. If you went out and dressed up as a Soviet Bolshevik, you'd be totally fine. There'd be no negative stigma there whatsoever. Meanwhile, these same producers in Hollywood and all these elites are literally worshiping Satan. You gotta start seeing through all this propaganda. It's bullcrap.
Halloween hasn't even been scary in the past 5 to 15 years, bro. Everybody dresses up like...
A 100-year-old man is standing trial for crimes he allegedly committed as an SS guard at a Nazi concentration camp during World War II. Due to privacy laws, he's only being identified as Joseph S. He's charged with more than 3,500 counts of accessory to murder for the deaths of prisoners at the Sachsenhausen concentration camp between 1942 and 1945. A 2011 court ruling has allowed prosecutions like this to go forward to bring justice to anyone who has directly or indirectly contributed to wartime murders. The pain is still raw for Antoine Grumbach, whose father was killed at Sachsenhausen.
It's a lot of emotion. It's very difficult to speak. Can't really speak now. I'm very touched. So, speak.
How long have you been waiting for this moment?
8 years.
Reports say Joseph S.'s lawyer did not comment on his behalf, and no formal plea has been entered with the German courts. Due to his age, court proceedings will be limited to just 2.5 hours.
Once again, the Holocaust survivors getting special treatment. How many other war crimes get looked into like this? I wonder. These people don't care about actual war crimes. They just care about them if they happen to the Jewish or Israeli people.
Bro, this guy's so fucking annoying, cunt. I don't know what it is, mate. He just pisses me off. It's like, mate, you're a multi-millionaire actor backed by multiple mega corporations. Why are you even there? I bet whatever studio just told him to go there, they're like, bro, go to the fucking protest, cunt. He's fucking performative. He touches people without consent. It's just fucking, he's just a weirdo, mate. Remember that video when he was pretending to lick on dick at that festival, dude? It was fucking weird, mate. He's just fucking weird. He's a pretty good actor, mate. I'll give him that. But other than that, this dude's fucking strange.
This video is going viral right now on Twitter because this woman brings up some very interesting things about the education system.
After 13 years of government education, the average 18-year-old is economically and historically illiterate. They do not know anatomy, nutrition, or native plants. They cannot build a house, work on a car, or farm. This is a massive waste of potential. No other time in history were people this incompetent. Homeschool your children, and remember, education is not exclusive to a classroom.
Never mind all that, which is true. It is shocking the amount of similarities between school and prison. Not always a dress code, but definitely authoritarian structure. And you may be thinking, what do you mean? Well, you raise your hand, you ask a teacher, they're the authority. You get used to having an authority figure that isn't a parent, by the way, which is very telling. Emphasis on silence and order. Yes, raise your hand to go to the freaking bathroom. And what's with that? Walking in lines. Oh yeah, my late father-in-law always said, if people are in line, you go the other way. Get away from the freaking line, man. Don't line up. Loss of individual autonomy. Yes. Abridged freedoms. That's true. You have to be here at this time. Yada yada yada. Regimented. Boo. No input in decision making. True. They'll pretend it's called actually the Delphi technique. Look up the Delphi technique. DELPHI. And it's a way where they basically, let's say a city or a town is going to impose this new thing. They'll invite everyone to come give their opinions and what do people think and should we be doing this? But it's all for show. They 100% are doing it anyway. They're just pretending to want public input, but it's called the Delphi technique. Check that out. And then set times enforced for walking, eating, etc. That's literally true, man. Not to mention the artificial lights, which we know reduces the lifespan by about 50% in fruit flies and chickens that are under artificial light. And that's not even to mention the Wi-Fi that are now in schools frying people. I mean, this is freaking crazy, man. They also, of course, teach that GMOs and fluoride are so good for you and that your pineal gland is just this little thing that regulates a bit of hormones and that's all.
We really need Kanye West to chime in now because whatever Kim Kardashian is doing with her daughter North West, who is 12 years old, and all of these fashion choices, it really needs to be talked about because first it was that interesting, scandalous-ish outfit, which was just one of the weirdest things I've ever seen a 12-year-old wear. And now North West is going viral again for wearing this with tattoos and baggy clothing. And I always go back to this quote that Kanye said. He said, "I don't want to just see my kids. I need to raise them. I need to have a say. All of these rights have been taken from me by the Kardashian mob. The bigger agenda to use the selectively bred black children to be platforms to influence black people." So when people ask me, why do you care so much what these celebrities are doing or what they're dressing up their daughter as? Well, when you're one of the biggest celebrities in the world, if not the biggest, you have one of the biggest fashion brands in the world. You're the ambassador for Balenciaga. When a lot of women think fashion, they want to do what Kim is doing. When they pick out outfits for their daughters, they want to see what their favorite celebrity is doing, and that can do a lot more harm than good. And Kanye's been saying it. I mean, just take a look at what Kim released for Skims. Literally underwear with hair on it. It's just insane.
Some guy got tricked into doing a gender change.
I heard about
you
this.
You did? Two guys in India, they were like confessing feelings for each other on the bench, and one guy was like, "Oh no, brother, I don't roll like that. Like, we can just be friends." The other guy, he tells the guy, "Oh, you have something medically wrong with you. Let's go get checked up." The guy goes get checked up. They sedate him. God, I don't know if you've seen the video of the actual guy waking up.
I didn't see the video.
He removes the blanket. Obviously, his guy are gone. It's now woman's.
Oh my god, so that's actually messed up.
Remove the blanket. In the video, he's crying.
Oh my god.
What the f is going on? Like, what did I agree to? The guy that set this up comes in with flowers and says, "We can like be a relationship now."
Oh my god, yeah.
Will you marry me?
That's messed up.
That's forced.
Is he okay?
Fam, all I know is that the guy got sued because he found out after that while he was passed out, the friend essayed him.
Oh, that.
Dude, India is not real, bro. I refuse to believe that India is a real place.
This is our cold water pressure in the kitchen. This is where I fill up water for storage. Those are the things we have to fill up to flush the toilets.
So you can see the sediment from the data center. Wow, and that's just from the water coming out of your faucet.
Yeah, and this is what's in all the pipes. It's overwhelming because you really feel like you are up against this huge wall that you can't penetrate. There's nothing that you can do, and they don't care.
I'm here in Mansfield, Georgia, driving by Meta's new 2 million square foot data center facility. Facilities like this are being used to power things like ChatGPT and other AI tools that are becoming integrated into our daily life.
Data centers, going to be a very hot item.
This entire supercomputer is built to power Grok.
We see data centers as the most exciting asset class.
Meta is building a 2 gigawatt plus data center that is so large it would cover a significant part of Manhattan.
But data centers come with big costs. From light and noise pollution to the environmental impacts, to the potential rising costs of energy bills, these facilities put extraordinary demand on the power grid and require entirely new infrastructure.
Oh my God. They should be responsible for that, not us.
Search the internet for profits that Meta has made, Amazon, Microsoft. They can afford to pay for their own generation.
Your house is here, and the data center is right there.
It's less than 400 yards.
Beverly and Jeff Morris bought their home an hour's drive from downtown Atlanta in 2016, but their roots in the community run much deeper.
Being in the country has always just been my peace and my therapy. When we found this place, we decided that this was it. It was perfect.
I was actually raised probably 5 miles from here. It felt like coming home.
The data center that's now the Morris' next door neighbor happens to be owned by Meta, the company you know for Facebook and Instagram, but has also been breaking into artificial intelligence. They started construction on this data center campus in 2018.
Definitely changed everything. They destroyed the environment, taken down all the trees across the road.
Beautiful pines, beautiful forest.
The light pollution is...
We don't have to have a night light in the house. You can walk around the house at night and see everything. It's that bright.
This highway has a secret.
So we're here on I-45 in Palmer, Texas, just south of Dallas. We are on the lookout for a new invention that could potentially upend one of the largest industries in America. That invention, a driverless truck.
Driverless semi-trucks are now operating in Texas.
No one behind the wheel of a huge semi-truck. The company Aurora launched service this week. My heart is just palpitating thinking about this.
Aurora Innovation and several of their competitors have been using I-45 as a testing ground to prove a single point. They don't need drivers.
Well, it's going to be a catastrophe.
We are on the verge of a new era in trucking.
I mean, this is truly transformational technology.
And it's coming for your job too.
More jobs are lost through automation than they are through trade deals.
A robot comes into a factory, workers go away.
Robots could soon put together your next grocery order.
Many office jobs even.
The job you have today ain't going to be here in 10 or 15 years.
The question would be to the company, why do you need everything automated?
So, we came to Texas to witness the revolution for ourselves.
Every load that one of these driverless trucks take is a load that's being taken away from a driver.
We spent time with truck drivers talking about what this means for them.
I kind of am one of the last of the cowboys. We are truly a dying breed of people.
And find out how ready our roads and our society are for this change.
Have we done a good job of addressing the policy questions that need to be answered in order to successfully develop this to maximize the benefits of it? I think absolutely not.
Israel is our top enemy! Enemy! Cut off the goddamn funding! You're taking my money to murder Palestinian children! You goddamn racist! We've given Israel $310 billion! And then Israel comes and says, you owe us. Israel controls America.
Thank you for that, for you, and thanks that you today stay with us, stay with Ukraine. I think this is very important signal of your solidarity, and Ukraine, even during the war, will never forget about Babin Yar, about tragedy of Babin Yar, about tragedy of Holocaust. It's one of the biggest tragedy in the world, and I think this is an example why today all the countries can't stay out or silently look on the aggression of Russia. That this tragedy was a big tragedy because the world was very slow and silently looked at the aggression of fascists, and that's why it's so important that all your countries and you personally stay with Ukraine. Thank you so much.
So what? It's Ukraine Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't remember seeing a single Jew go to the front lines of that war. Honestly, once you've gone deep enough in the rabbit holes, it always leads back to Jews. And I think it's funny when people be commenting in my videos, they're like, oh, you're obsessed with Jews. What'd they do to you? This and that. You're so anti-Semitic. And it's like, dude, how can you not be? Just open your phone.
So Hollywood is about to lose its mind. Meet the very first AI actress, Tilly Norwood. Tilly is about to change Hollywood forever. She's considered an AI tool / AI actress. Think about this part. They don't have to pay her a dime. So the union that represents actors and actresses in Hollywood has already made a statement, and they're not happy about what's going on. Think about this. They can actually make this AI tool / AI actress do whatever they want. So the days of big name Hollywood celebrities demanding XYZ to do certain scenes, she can now do that. So the days of I'm not comfortable shooting that scene or doing that type of scene are over, because Tilly Norwood can do that scene for you. So another thing to consider, is this going to be the future of Hollywood productions, let's say in the next 5 to maybe 10 years? As a matter of fact, take a look at this.
Hollywood actors are speaking out, responding to reports that multiple talent agencies are interested in signing an AI actress.
I'm built on everything that came before me.
Tilly Norwood might seem like any other aspiring actress. She has an Instagram page showing off her screen tests alongside candid moments.
Tilly Norwood, 100% AI generated.
So after watching that, what are your thoughts? I mean, think about actors and actresses today, how they have to enhance them because of age. They're human beings, correct? These are AI tools, AI generated actors and actresses. You can keep them at whatever age you want, or make them age if you need them to. So I guess my question to you is, after seeing and hearing all of this, what are your thoughts? Is Hollywood in trouble? Is this the next generation of movie stars in the making? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and as always, I'd love to hear from you.
Do you think Kai Cenat is related to P. Diddy? I think Kai Cenat is P. Diddy's son. I've always thought that. Just because he sort of blew up out of nowhere, doesn't know his dad, looks exactly like P. Diddy. Look up a picture of P. Diddy on Google Images and then look up a picture of Kai Cenat. He's the spitting image of P. Diddy. And then I thought, it's kind of a weird allegation to make just based on his look. Even though he looks exactly the same as P. Diddy. Like dead on, he has exactly the same face. Exactly the same face as P. Diddy. He moved out into like some kind of streaming mansion. Like he did the collaboration where he moved out into his streaming house. And he was neighbors with P. Diddy. Of every house in America possible that he could have moved out from. Both from New York as well. And he moves out to the neighboring home of P. Diddy. And that's his new content house. Any house ever in the US he could have moved into. The neighboring house of P. Diddy. It was already paid for him, mate. That's what I think. I think he's P. Diddy's son. And he's made to subvert the youth into being more degenerate. So that's what I think. And then he gets like the Diddy crew on his stream. Who are the most viewed, who are the most often frequent collaborations of Kai Cenat? Kevin Hart, Drewski. Pretty much any celebrity with any level of Diddy allegation just fucking shows up on his stream and rebirths their career after some crazy allegation came out. Forget what you heard about Kevin Hart being at a Diddy party. Here he is on a Kai Cenat stream. Dancing. Drewski allegation. Here he is on Kai Cenat's stream dancing around. Yeah, I mean. So I wouldn't be surprised. LeBron as well, yeah. LeBron was calling in. LeBron was FaceTiming Kai Cenat ages ago. And he had a bunch of stuff out as well. So I don't know. Maybe I'm reaching. But that is my theory. I've said it before, but I don't really care that much, and it's probably not true. I'm just memeing.
Nothing's really too far-fetched or reaching nowadays, ever since I found out that most of the presidents are related. Definitely crazy, though. I never thought about this.
Excuse me, sir. I have your DoorDash. Oh! Ew! What the fuck? Ew! I'm a victim! I'm a victim! Ew! What the fuck? Oh! That was so gross.
Lake right here. How much would it take for you to drink that water? How much money?
Hey, we're camping in this beautiful state park in Texas, and it's been raining, and the water that's coming out of the sky is blue. And it's not this tarp, because it's happening on this tarp too. Look at that. This is crazy. Are they chemtrailing us in Texas?
So to give you the overview of what they're feeding us.
And you already know nothing's going to happen to the people that are doing this as usual.
Many of us and many other people in many places have speculated on the meaning of this first landing on another body in space. Would each of you give us your estimate of what is the meaning of this to all of us?
You want to try that?
After you.
Well, I believe that what this country set out to do was something that was going to be done sooner or later, whether we set a specific goal or not. I believe that from the early space flights we demonstrated a potential to carry out this type of a mission, and again it was a question of time until this would be accomplished. I think the relative ease with which we were able to carry out our mission, which of course came after a very efficient and a logical sequence of flights, I think that this demonstrated that we were certainly on the right track when we took this commitment to go to the moon. I think that what this means is that many other problems perhaps can be solved in the same way by taking a commitment to solve them in a long time fashion. I think that we were timely in accepting this mission of going to the moon. It might be timely at this point to think in many other areas of other missions that could be accomplished.
I just see it as a beginning, not just this flight, but in this program, which has really been a very short piece of human history, an instant in history. entire program. It's a beginning of a new age.
They were talking like robots. I'm not gonna lie. Like, that wasn't even a real human response that they were saying. I'm not saying that they're robots or anything. I'm just saying, like, realistically, you'd be like, yeah, dude, it was crazy. It was like, it felt unreal. That would seem like a regular human experience or reaction to something like this, right? Instead, they look miserable. They look like they're being told what to say, like they're reading a script.
O que você vai ver a seguir é como que eles removiam as tatuagens nos anos 60 e 70. Primeiro ele vem com bisturi, faz um corte ao redor da tatuagem e depois vem com uma espécie de ralador, como se fosse uma batata, vem arrancando aí a casquinha da primeira parte da pele, a primeira camada. E como vocês podem ver, ainda fica um pouquinho de tinta na pele, que a tatuagem fica na primeira e na segunda camada. Então ele vem arrancando de novo aí mais um pouquinho da pele. E eu fico pensando como deve ter sido fazer uma tatuagem nessa época e não ter curtido. Ainda bem que hoje tem profissionais da cobertura como eu.
Or you could just think twice before getting the tattoo. I think this was probably the most painful clip to watch out of this whole video.
If you go to China, they're piloting it a few years ago in Shenzhen. So I lived overseas. If you go to Shenzhen, back in 2017, they already had facial recognition cameras there. So if you jaywalked in Shenzhen, they would immediately detect that and send you a notification, and they would deduct money from your what they call WeChat account. They use two main apps, WeChat and Alipay. So you can actually deduct your money directly from your account. This is 4 years ago, so this is not like some sort of conspiracy theory. It's not something that's going to happen 10 years into the future. This happened pre-corona in China. And so this system in China that exists is extremely advanced. They can detect if it's a man or a woman. They can guess your age. They can detect what kind of car model it is, who the manufacturer is. This is a sort of technology that we see in all these dystopian sort of films and whatever. And people keep putting it off and thinking that this is something that's going to happen later in my kid's lifetime or my grandkids. It's already here. And if this gets implemented anywhere, especially in a Western nation, it's not going away. Israel is already talking about the fourth shot. Then they're going to be going to herpes, and they're going to ask if you're gay. They're going to be asking if you ate 3 pizzas this week because it's unhealthy. If you buy certain books in certain countries, your country doesn't like you. You'll lose points in the social credit score system. So this is already the reality of the world in certain places, and we need to be aware of that if we don't want that or if we do. And to be perfectly honest, anybody who wants this vaccine passport, it's a misnomer. It's total control. Everything you do or don't do will be calculated. To the point where if they can detect your GPS signal, if you have a phone on you, they can detect who you're hanging out with. Oh, you're hanging out with somebody that said something bad 9 years ago on Weibo, okay, like a Chinese equivalent to Facebook or something like that, right? Oh, you lose 2 points. Oh, you bought Japanese books, you lose 5 points because you don't like Japan. This is what is going to come here because it's already there.
And we're doing that a little bit with contact tracing for COVID, aren't we? So that they can see where you're at and who you're with.
The simple reality is that the technology that CSIS has and all these big tech corporations, they already know where you are. It's just that they don't want to shock the system too much and admit that they have it. Edward Snowden revealed all this back in 2013. He fled to Hong Kong. They wouldn't keep him there, so now he's in Russia.
Yeah.
But the NSA has all of your information. They know your Google searches from like February 9th, 2004 in a bunker in Colorado.
Help me, Rhonda.
Right? They have all this information. So, but they don't, like in the US, they have the Fourth Amendment. They're not supposed to track you forever.
It sucks to say this, but it seems like our amendments and most of our rights don't even mean anything anymore.
We're all being watched 24/7, and this is how they're doing it. This is Titan Point in the middle of New York City, like they're not even trying to hide it anymore. And it's just the most unhuman looking building ever. No windows, no lights, just these massive vents that go all the way around it. Everyone on the streets walks by it like it doesn't even exist. At night, it goes completely dark, disappearing from view like it's actually not even there. But what is it? Why does it look like some evil villain's fortress, some dystopian looking monument straight out of Dune? The official story is that it's an AT&T phone line building that was built in the 70s. And for the most part, that's what it is. Millions of calls are routed through its servers every day. But these are some of the few images of the inside of the building that exist, which were all taken in the 90s. Apparently, people aren't even supposed to be inside of it. And it's designed to run almost entirely remote, completely empty of human beings. Just cold, calculated machines running a pretty dark operation. Because Edward Snowden exposed what this building is really doing. This guy right here, if you remember him, huge NSA whistleblower who's been hiding in Russia for like over 10 years because the government's literally after him. Well, in some of his leaked documents, they're talked about a central surveillance hub in the middle of New York City that was run by AT&T, codenamed Titan Point, a building that used a very specific type of technology called 4ESS switches. And the only building that's in New York City run by AT&T and uses 4ESS switches is this one right here. And for the most part, it is a data routing center for phone calls, internet, and satellite communications. But the leaked documents reveal that there's a hidden room in this building called the SCIF, Sensitive Compartmented Information Facility, which basically acts as a wiretap room that duplicates all the data that passes through the building and sends it directly to the NSA, the National Security Agency run by the US government, who use an internal search engine called X-Keyscore that allows them to search up any information that passes through this building, making this building a massive spy center for all your private phone and internet data hidden in plain sight. Its address is also 33 Thomas Street, and if you don't know what 33 means, this is not the video for that. But hey, if you don't live in the New York region, surely your private data is safe, right? Nope, because there are at least 8 other hubs like these across the US that are used by the NSA for the very same purpose. In LA, San Francisco, Seattle, Chicago, Washington DC, all run by AT&T. Creepy, dystopian looking buildings with little to no windows that don't look like they were made for humans, but for machines that are slowly replacing our human workforce. Makes you wonder if this is the direction that buildings and city skylines of the future are headed in, all run by cold, calculated programs with no regard for privacy or human values, watching every move you make. Things are getting pretty 1984 out here.
So they coming up with a new prison that allows inmates to serve years of their sentence in just a matter of minutes. So the criminals is gonna have a choice to spend tens of years behind bars, or they can make the choice to get the artificial memory implanted into their brain. So this process is called Cognify, and the intent of it is to treat the criminal like a patient.
There's a new system out there. They're talking about the prison of the future, folks. It's a company called Cognify. Take a look at this video, right? Because you've never seen anything like this. It's a new concept that it rehabilitates artificial memories. But the thing is, I think your actual prison sentence is really short, but they kind of erase your brain. You down with that one?
They're gonna try to change the person's brain chemistry. After this process, when they re-enter society, they will be new and reformed, and they won't even be capable of committing any other crime. The chip can make the patient feel empathetic. Depending on the severity of the crime, the chip can also make you feel the emotional and physical pain of the victim and the family members. You can feel what they felt. So the process only takes about 7 minutes. But to the patient, it seemed like it had been years. Last year, the U.S. government spent $8.7 billion taxpayers' dollars on the prison. They say with this new prison, they can save money.
There's definitely a more sinister motive behind this. I just can't think what they'd be doing this for. Alright guys, I'm gonna go and end this video right here. If you guys did enjoy this video, let me know by leaving a thumbs up and or subscribing if you guys are new. If you guys do want another video tomorrow, let's get this video to 200 likes and I got you guys. But anyways, I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Yo, YBH.